Hi, Sheldon from fret.co.za coming to you live from Sage 2016. We are at day 3 standing with Stuart Goodwin from Marshall Music, that it is. This is the man that gets to deal with all the nice expensive Gibson stuff. So without further ado, let's jump straight into Gibson. How's it doing?
Good, thank you. Good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good. Busy.
Very busy. We've been running around. We've seen lots of nice things. We've seen lots of vintage things. And we've been drooling over your nice display over here. There we go. So how have you found the turnout of the Expo?
Yeah, brilliant. Second year into it's the second Expo. I think the figures are like 40-50% more than last year. So it's fantastic. Brilliant.
That's really good. You guys are known for having, your house brands are some of the most elite. You're running with Mesa at the moment. You're running Hughes and Kettner. You're running Gibson. You also do Taylor guitars. It is really the cream of the crop stuff. And then obviously you cater for all of those brands have got right down for the starting players. Tell me quickly, how do you see the market for higher value guitars at the moment?
Surprisingly, the market's actually very good. At the moment with our tough economic times, it's the lower end and the medium kind of level that's suffering. High end is actually very good. I sold 180,000 Rand Taylor at the shop on Friday.
Yeah, well, you can't laugh at that commission, I suppose, right? Tell me, when we look at as you just said, the medium brands, do you think it's because people are the customers are better informed about quality of products now and just skip straight to buy the guitar that they are going to have for 20 years? Or do you think it's obviously not earning more money? We know what the world's like at the moment. Or do you think people are just fed up with maybe the quality of the very, very, very low stuff that's coming from different brands that are not known brands over the years?
I think there's a lot of truth in that. I think that the average buyer today is very, very well informed. The old days they used to just rely on useless guitar shop staff to give them information. Now they have the World Wide Web, unlimited info. And maybe, yes, I think that people have to buy more discerningly nowadays for a number of reasons. Money's tight, so buy once, buy right, And maybe a lot of the cheaper stuff isn't as good as it used to be in the old days. So maybe, yeah, I think a lot of your points are valid. Yeah.
Yes. One thing Stuart is known for is on social media, people with vintage gear, this is the guy they contact to get valuations or to understand what it is. So he's constantly getting inundated with photos of, I have this guitar in my attic, is it worth anything? In the vintage market that you also delve in your personal time, do you find that still healthy?
It's a lot quieter than it used to be. What's happening is because vintage instruments fetch better prices overseas, a lot of them are leaving the country. So there are fewer and fewer of them in South Africa. So I actually wish that more local buyers would pay the prices of what these instruments are worth to keep them in South Africa. So to answer your question, there are fewer and fewer nowadays.
And also, it might explain why high-end guitars are selling the way they are, because they are the modern classics. Okay, we went through. Gibson has gone through quite some changes over the last couple of years. We've got the automatic tuning system now. They've got the zero fret system. Can you run us through what happened with the L100 series and why that happened?
Yeah, basically, Gibson tried to experiment in 2015. Gibson have always been known as a company of innovation. You name most of the guitar shapes and pickups and switching systems that are around were invented by Gibson. So in 2015, they tried to but introduce to the public world an automatic tuning system. Being, with their history of innovation, they thought that let's give it a good go and try. It didn't work. 2015 was a bit of a it wasn't a hit. automatic tuners. So the good news is that 2016 is the best Gibson year in a very long time. They've gone back to their vintage specs, and still offer the robot tuners as an option. But Gibson buyers want tradition.
At Fret, we were having this conversation because we do follow the market quite strongly, and we knew the dip. And a good friend of mine actually had he had quite a good theory to say that Gibson did it on purpose to get people back to loving vintage spec guitars. So to get all of the gent and everything out of everybody's heads, and all the switch and coil taps and all of those things. I really think that Gibson has got a bright future in South Africa. I do think it's in the right hands with you guys. You are the professional leading. Now, effects to put these lovely machines through. You guys you've got the cream of the crop at the moment with JHS and Wampler. Is it doing very well?
Yeah, very well, very well. Yeah, I mean, a lot more guys are going. Yes, a lot of guys are going digital multi-effects, but the market for good quality boutique effects is still huge. For the really discerning, guitarists. Yeah, they're doing very well.
It's good. You guys do Strymon as well, right? Big Sky, big hit, must be. It's for any touring musician, it's all you'll ever need in the reverb department. What is your experience with it?
I've been a Strymon user for a few years now. I use the El Capistan. I think it's the best delay pedal in the world. I don't need the timeline, it's too complicated. Too much. I want simpler. But yeah, I mean, Strymon, I sell more Strymons than Boss pedals at the store, so
No.
the demand is there. They're that good.
It also backs the theory. That the clientele are getting more and more informed. Anyway, Stuart, I'm not going to keep you away. There's a ton of people trying to get onto the Gibson stand. I hope you have a very successful 2016 Sage, and the proof will be in the pudding. I love your stand, and we'll see you around.
Thanks. Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers. Bye bye. Sheldon for Fred. Thank you.